Hello. Hopefully my microphone doesn't sound as crazy or echoey this time. I listened to the last episode for a little bit and I noticed a lot of those noises, so I'm going to try to avoid that this time, so it's just a little bit more clear. Today, I just wanted to go over my general short reactions to pretty much every single first round series. And then also give my impressions of the second round so far and what I think is going to happen. But right now, the Lakers and Rockets are about to go into the fourth quarter. The Lakers are down 79-85, which doesn't surprise me, but I will get to that in just a little bit. But yeah, without any further ado, let me get this show on the road. No need to wait. Go over here to resume. All right, let us begin. So the first series I wanted to talk about from the first round was the Lakers and the Blazers. Now, before that series started, I thought the Lakers were going to do... I thought the Blazers were going to play just fine. I thought they had all the pieces they needed. They made the Western Conference Finals just the last year. That was without Yusuf Nurkic. And the Lakers are playing without Avery Bradley, so I really thought they were going to struggle to contain Damian Lillard or CJ McCollum because Rondo is injured too, so not a lot of playmaking going on. Not a lot of defense going on aside from LeBron maybe trying. Anthony Davis, Elkman will back me up here. Anthony Davis is not that good of a defender. He really doesn't raise the defensive floor of his team. In New Orleans, his teams were perennially some of the worst teams in the entire league. Like year in, year out, nothing ever changed. So he doesn't really help them on that end. They're not going to stop James Harden. I think Harden had 25 points in the first half of the Rockets game, so I figured that something similar was going to happen to the Blazers. But to my great surprise, Damian had, I think, one good game and then sucked for pretty much the entire time afterward. Oh, where was the explosion? I thought he was going to suck. He had one good game. He hit a few, 35, 40-foot three-point shots, and then he just kind of sucked after that. So, kind of shocked. I thought this series was going to go to 6 games at the very least. Well, all the analysts and most of the people were saying Lakers sweep. They're going to dominate them. I just didn't see that happening myself, but I was proven wrong. There we go. But yeah, once the Lakers dropped game 1, they just absolutely smacked the Blazers around without much difficulty. So, goes to show what I know. And also, one thing that I think bears mentioning, those Black Mamba, black Lakers jerseys, those were some of the best jerseys I have ever seen. Oh, crap. I was not fast enough. This is going to suck. Say that. Oh. Got him. There we go. God, are all my dudes dying? Oh my goodness. One sec, I gotta focus. Sorry about that. I think we might have gotten them. But yeah, let's talk about Lakers and Blazers. I thought I was going to go further. The Blazers got smacked, which for me is really concerning because, what are they supposed to do going into the future? They have Dame, they have CJ. They got smacked by a Laker team that I really don't think is, contender material. There's a good chance they could win the title, but they've shown they aren't really that disciplined defensively. Anthony Davis isn't really that great of a player, in my opinion, so it's going to be interesting to see what the Blazers do, because if they can't compete with the Lakers now, they won't really be able to compete with anyone going forward, especially the Clippers. So, I don't know. We'll see how they handle it. And, let's see. What was the next series I wanted to talk about in the first round? Let me go over here. Lakers, Blazers. Ah, yes. Clippers and Mavericks. Going into that series, I thought it was going to be a good one. I think Porzingis being injured really hurt them. Obviously, he was playing fantastic, even with a torn meniscus, and I think it was Game 3. 3 or 4, which one it was. But Clippers, I definitely thought they were going to win. Luka played fantastic. You can't really stop him. He's just a fantastic player overall. He gets his shots. He gets his rebounds. He always gets his assists. He's so tall. He can see everything. He's going to be a big, big problem for years going forward. So, good series from the Mavericks. Lost the 6 games. No shame in that. Luka had a really cool-looking game winner. So, yeah. Not really much to go over. I'm excited to see what Porzingis can do in the future, as long as he doesn't get injured. He's had some extra knee problems. I think he tore his ACL, and then he's also, what did he do? He tore his meniscus just barely, so we're going to have to watch his knees to see how well they hold up. But no. Mavericks looking good. Luka's still on his rookie contract. They got a couple more years to pump out of him, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do. And then I'm just going to go over a couple things from the Jazz Nuggets series that I did not go over previously. I think I forgot a health pack. I got to go back real quick. But yeah, I want to talk just a little bit more. Let's see, can I? Crap, I don't think I can return. Screw it, never mind. No health packs for me. Big no-no. But yeah, from the Jazz Nuggets series, a lot of people were giving like Rudy Gobert a lot of flack for not performing as well as he probably should have, but I already said how it's not really his fault because Nikola Jokic in the Denver offense is just automatic. Not much you can do about it anyway. And in Game 7, in the second half, I mean, of course, after the absolutely terrible and depressing first half we saw from Utah, Rudy Gobert, he played about as good as you could expect from him to play against the Nuggets. He made a lot of great defensive plays. He guarded Jamal Murray really well. He caught just about every ball you threw at him. And on top of that, he just made a lot of fantastic offensive plays. He rolled to the rim, he caught the ball, he dunked it, hit a bunch of hook shots. He played spectacular. Only thing is he didn't play like that for the entire second half, which is understandable. What is going on here? Okay, there we go. Shoot him. Shoot the grunt. Come on. There we go. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, Jazz Nuggets. And let me go over here. I saw a lot of people giving Mike Conley a lot of flack for shooting 2 for 13 in Game 7, but I mean, same deal. The second half, when he was on the floor, the Jazz were rolling. He played spectacular defense, made a couple shots, made some really good passes to Gobert. I mean, people like to look at regular plus minus and look at the shots to determine if someone had a good game, and I don't think you can really do that with Conley in Game 7. I think he played pretty good. He played fantastic for the series overall, which, as I stated in my other video, is really exciting going forward. Are you kidding me, dude? Okay. Yeah, so I think Conley's pretty good. I'm excited to see what they do going forward for the Jazz, but Denver, Jamal Murray really proved me wrong. I thought he was just like a guy who got overpaid. The Nuggets were going to pay for it. Obviously pay for it literally, but pay in the sense that they were going to absolutely suck for many, many years to come. But no, I think he's gonna be a great player for a long time. He can get his shots against lots of really tough defenders. He did a good job against Royce O'Neal. Nuggets team is just kind of soft overall, so don't think they can ever really be true contenders. I'd like to say the Jazz will be in the future, but that's just because I'm a homer. So, it is what it is. But as far as the Nuggets go, Jokic is pretty good. He's plateaued as a player. I don't think he'll get much better. I'd still say he's the best center in the NBA as it is currently, even though he absolutely sucks on defense. If he could just assert himself more, I don't know what they would do, but I have to watch more Nuggets games to really give you a detailed breakdown. And then for the Thunder and the Rockets, that was a very, very fun series. I did see one YouTube video from one of my favorite YouTubers named Rusty Buckets, where he went over why it was one of the weirder series that he's ever seen, which I can definitely see with Westbrook being injured, coming back, trying to choke the game away to give the Thunder the win, and then playing actually a kind of decent Game 7. I thought he played somewhat decently. But, no, fun series. Game 6 was one of the best playoff games that I think I've ever seen. I thought it was spectacular on many levels. We had the Lakers and the Thunder just going back and forth with like 10-0 runs, 12-0 runs, just going back and forth in the third and the fourth quarters. Chris Paul absolutely taking over. Russell Westbrook with his unforgettable, like one of the most incredible air balls I have ever seen. It didn't even hit the net. I think it was like left. It was super low. Absolutely terrible. Then he turns it over to Chris Paul. Just everything went wrong for Russell Westbrook. And it was so much fun to watch. I wouldn't say I hate Russell Westbrook, but I do love hating on him. It's just a very, very fun thing to do with how inefficient he is and his lack of winning. So, eventually, though, the Rockets won. Game 7 was also pretty good. Watching Dort on the Thunder go for like 30 points, hitting 6 threes was unexpected, to say the least. They just left him open like he was Giannis, and he just kept hitting shots. So, good for him, but He decided to play the hero at the end, and his team paid for it. Not much you can really do. So, James Harden got the block, which is unfortunate. Had the Rockets lost that series, I would have been so happy. James Harden played absolutely terrible that entire game. And seeing everyone just tear him to shreds just would have been delicious to see. But didn't happen. We'll have to see if the Lakers can pull it off, but I will get to that in just a second. But yeah, I do think that's it as far as the first round for the Western Conference is concerned. Let's kill some of these guys first, and I'll get to the Eastern Conference. Actually, I could talk about the Heat and the Pacers, because there really wasn't much to talk about. The Heat swept the Pacers. They were obviously the better team. The Pacers were missing not just Oladipo. Oh my goodness, they're all dead. But yeah, they were missing Oladipo, and they were missing Sabonis. Sabonis has been an absolute rock of my fantasy teams as of late. He's been incredible. Nobody expects him to play that good, but he just does time and time again, so I'm very, very happy about that. But yeah, the Pacers, they got swept. Nate McMillan, I think, is like 4-13 in playoff games. Like 3. I know. Is he even 4? He has to be 4. I think he got 3 games against the Cavs in 2017? No, 2018. When LeBron was just going crazy because no one else was helping him at all. And then, yeah, I think he just got swept twice. I forget the actual series score against the Celtics last year, but it wasn't very good. Because Oladipo obviously wasn't playing, so not much you can do about it. There we go. Did I just kill him? Alright, so yeah, that happened. The Heat pretty much just kept the Pacers at arm's distance. There's really not a lot to talk about. The Pacers were undermanned. TJ Warren just ran out of gas after his incredible bubble run. You hate to see it. I'm not really that big of a TJ Warren fan. I think he's kind of ugly. So, definitely a little nitpicky, but it is what it is. I'm honest about it. And then what else went on? The Raptors and Nets, I could not be less interested in the series if I tried. That was incredibly boring. You knew it was going to happen, and it just happened. The Nets just blew out the net. The Raptors blew out the Nets just about every game they played in. No suspense whatsoever. Hardly ever a close game. Yeah. Like, I did watch every game to some extent, but I had zero interest in that entire series. I'm glad it ended. It was a relief to us all. The Western Conference just had a lot of, like, every single series was super interesting. But the East just had, I don't know, boring series after boring series. The only kind of interesting series was the Sixers and the Celtics. Not because it was close. I mean, I think there's maybe a couple close games that the Sixers choked away. It just, everyone saw how badly mismanaged and put together that entire team was. They saw that Embiid was the only good thing. Al Horford has an albatross contract and doesn't do anything. I don't think he hit a single 3 in the entire series, which is nuts because on the Celtics, he was a pretty good three-point shooter. He'd always pick and pop with Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving, and it was just a menace if you ever played against them. But no, Sixers absolutely suck. Even though they are missing players, you do expect them to at least take a game. But nope, absolutely terrible. I'm excited to see what they do because I'm not a Sixers fan. I absolutely hate Ben Simmons with a burning passion. He's just so cocky. I hate his face. Everything about him is just terrible. So that's my take on Ben Simmons right there. But yeah, I really wanted the Sixers to be a good team because, I don't know, having Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons in the playoffs playing good is just super, super exciting. But I guess we're never really going to get that. Those guys just don't fit well together. So, real shame. A lot of lost potential there. Oh my goodness. Crap. But yeah, that's about the series. Celtics won with ease. How much will I talk about there? Please. Please shoot him. There we go. Anyone else? No. Cool. Alright, now the other East series. Oh my gosh, it almost killed me. Let me just turn the page of my little booklet real fast. Heat, Pacers, Brooklyn Raptors. What else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Raptors. Who's the 1 seed? The Bucks. Oh, yes, the Bucks and the Magic. The infamous Game 1 Magic who just never lose. Yeah, they eventually lost. Not too surprised about it. I thought the Bucks were going to sweep, and they pretty much did. After Game 1, it was just absolute domination. So, what are you going to do? I really don't want to expand on that series quite a bit. Expected result, Bucks in 5. Let's move on to the second round. Well, is there anyone else? Heat, Pacers, Celtics, Sixers. Who else? Raptors, Nets. No, I think I got all of them. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, what is going on right here? Oh, I see. Now we move on to the second round series. We're starting in the Eastern Conference, since those ones are a little more progressed. Going into the Heat and Bucks series, I mean, I don't know who had a different opinion. I think everyone had the exact same pre-series, I don't know, report, observation, where the Heat match up good against the Bucks, but they're going to lose in 5 or 6 games in spite of their good coaching and good teamwork, which I thought that too, and that was pretty much word for word what I thought was going to happen. So, can't say I thought anything different. But, oh, that guy just got wrecked. Okay, 1 second. Gotta park it up here. But, as of today, the Heat have taken a 3-1. Oh my gosh, there we go. A 3-0 lead over the Bucks, which is absolutely incredible. Game 1 was just Jimmy Butler taking over and Giannis not really doing too much. For some reason, Mike Budenholzer is deciding to play Giannis a max of 36 to 35 minutes a night, which is really inexcusable. I read online that he's trying to be like Greg Popovich, because I think he worked with Greg Popovich for a little while, and Greg has this weird rotation set. So Budenholzer's trying to stick to his guns and try to replicate it, but he's not Greg Popovich, so I really don't think that he should be doing that at all. He's just shooting his team in the foot, not doing them any favors, and I think if the Bucks get swept, he should definitely be fired. This is unacceptable from a 1 seed. You cannot be doing that at all. What the? Are all of them? I have one. Okay, 2 guys left. Nice. What? You gotta be kidding me. I'm actually gonna die. This is ridiculous. I never die here. What? I'm out of ammo. Yeah, no, unacceptable stuff from the Bucks. They should not be down 3-0. Giannis, he is really getting exposed this series for being nothing more than just a guy who dunks on fast breaks. It is ridiculous. And even in these games, he can't even do that. The Heat defense is just too good. They got Bam on him. Bam is the perfect guy to guard him. Jimmy Butler's been owning him on absolutely both sides of the ball each and every single game. Super embarrassing. And I'm not sure if anyone watching this watched the Bucks and Heat Game 3, but oh my goodness, what an absolutely epic meltdown that was. The Bucks, I believe they entered the 4th quarter winning by 12 points, and then they proceeded to get outscored by how much? Crap, I can't let this guy go. I needed my Warthog. They got outscored 40-13. They got outscored by 27, which, unless I'm mistaken, is the biggest scoring deficit in 4th quarter playoff history. So, very, very disappointing. Yeah, dude, get in here. We need you. Fantastic. So, yeah, the Bucks, at this point, I expect them to get swept. I would not have said that going into the series. One, that the Heat were going to beat them. 2, that the Heat were going to go up 3-0 on them. Neither of those things I really thought were going to happen. So, very, very shocked on that. I'm a huge Heat fan, though. I own 5 Dwayne Wade jerseys. So, could be happier. Jimmy Butler is an absolute baller. He's showing everyone why he decided to leave Philadelphia. They have a pretty scummy organization. Terrible, roster build, roster composition. Coach Brett Brown doesn't really know what he's doing. So, good thing he left Philadelphia to go to a true contender over in Miami. There we go. So yeah, Bucks, we'll see how it goes. They're down 3-0. In 139 series that a team has been down 3-0, none of them have won. So, odds are not in their favor. Basketball, for some reason, is like the one North American sport where... There we go. Where teams who are down 3-0 just cannot seem to come back. And unless I need to be fact-checked, I think only 3 teams in NBA history have ever forced a Game 7 after being down 3-0. Oh my gosh, I hate Jackals. There we go. And only 3 teams have ever forced a Game 7, and all of them have lost. The last one, I think, was... There we go. The Nuggets against the Jazz, I think at some point in the 90s or maybe the late 80s. The Jazz went up 3-0. The Nuggets forced Game 7. And that was the last time this ever happened. So it's been quite some time. And I don't think we're going to see it this time. The Bucks are just... I don't know. They're just fake contenders, I suppose. Eric Bledsoe does not know what to do in the fourth quarter. He just likes to drive into 3 defenders and then kick the ball out. So he needs to work on that. Giannis is just... I don't want to say he's a one-trick pony, but it really looks like it. He's being exposed in the post of this series. He cannot shoot a jump shot to save his life. I think he was 0 for 7 in Game 3 today from behind the line. So really, really unfortunate stuff from Giannis and the Bucks. Go over here. And then I think that was the first one. What was the other Eastern Conference? Oh, yes, the Raptors. And crap, I should not have crashed here. Good luck, dude. What the? I did not want to get in. Get me out of... Oh, he's dead. Sorry, dude. Gotcha, Cortana. Oh, yeah, the Raptors and the Celtics. My brother Elkman, his pick to win the finals or win the bubble championship was the Raptors, which I thought was very brave. I think it's a lot harder to just lose your best player in Kawhi Leonard and then just replicate and win a title again. Like, Pascal's great, but during the regular season, he struggled against what you would call good teams or title contenders, so... We're seeing that again here against the Celtics. He's shooting a terrible percentage. I'll have to look after this video to see exactly what it is, but he's not playing that well at all. So the Celtics went up 2-0. If you watch the games, you understand why. They just kind of get what they want when they... Get out of my way! There we go. Okay, sorry. I'm so angry there for a second. But yeah, no, the Raptors pulled out an absolutely crazy Game 3 finish against the Celtics. We've had a lot of crazy finishes lately in the bubble. But what happened was... Kyle Lowry's just like scoring buckets on his own, the only guy that can score for the Raptors down the stretch. Oh my gosh. Get him? I think we did. But yeah, Kyle Lowry was the only guy in the Raptors that could score. He or someone else ties the game with about, what do you call it? So it's almost, I don't know, the last minute of the game, more or less. And Kemba Walker makes a fantastic play. He just slices up the defense, passes to Daniel Tice, who dunks it with about, I don't know, 0.5 seconds left to put the Celtics up 2. And then the Celtics played probably some of the worst final second defense I've ever seen in my life for an inbound. I was watching OG Anunoby the whole time, absolutely uncovered. I saw a Celtic covering the right corner three-point line with absolutely no Raptor in sight while leaving OG Anunoby wide open. And Kyle Lowry just zips a pass over Taco Fall. Are the Marines coming? They all dead? Give me a second. I need to find them real fast. There we go. Get your butts up here. But yeah, the Celtics set up pretty terrible final second defense, even though there's only 0.5. Kyle Lowry zips it across the entire court. OG catches it, shoots the 3 easily before the buzzer. And yeah, he nails the shot and just walks off like a robot. He doesn't even react. He doesn't wave goodbye like Damian Lillard does. He's just like, yeah, cool. I think he said after the game, well, a reporter asked him, was like, did you think it was going to go in? And he was like, well, I mean, I don't shoot the ball to miss. So, yeah. Kind of, I guess. I don't know, dude's just pretty cool. But yeah, save the series for the Raptors. I still think the Celtics are probably just going to win it in probably 5. I'm not expecting much difference there. So, we'll see if they're able to switch it up going forward. And now... what other series am I going to? Ah, yes, the Western Conference. How are the Lakers and Rockets doing? Let me just open up the game real quick and see what the status is of that. Give me just one quick second while we're waiting for me to disembark. There we go. I'm in the game. I see the virtual crowd. Rockets were winning going into the fourth. Give me a second. I'm watching the Lakers-Rockets games, playing Halo on Legendary, and talking about the NBA all at the same time. So we'll just see how this goes. Yep. Okay, they have not shown me the scoreboard, even though the game's been up for about a minute so far. But I will say, before the Lakers-Rockets series started, I think I predicted the Rockets to win in 5. And I'm going to tell you why. Anthony Davis is the softest NBA superstar ever. He is absolutely terrible. He does not elevate his team on either side of the ball, offensively or defensively. He just plays by himself on offense. He does not improve team defense at all, and he's very, very soft on offense. He'd rather go for a layup than go to the rim. So, I fully expect the Rockets to just decimate the Lakers. I really do not want this to happen. I want to see the Lakers and Clippers in the conference finals. That would be the most fun for me to see. Where are you going? I think that's what everyone wants to see, but yeah, Rockets in 5. What are you doing? Dude, did you not just see your friend get sniped there? My gosh. But yeah, as I'm tuning into the game, though, the Lakers are down 101-84. I'm not shocked in the slightest. Lakers defense is just not that good. And the Lakers should be dominating this series. They have freaking massive dudes. They got Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, LeBron James. They got all this height, and they don't do anything with it at all. So, they should be dominating, but like I said, Anthony Davis is not the player you think he is. Did we do it? No, I don't think we did. Crap. Stop it! So yeah, Lakers are down pretty big right now. They're probably going to lose game 1. Rockets in 5. I predicted it before the game, and I'm very confident in that assessment. I hope the Lakers win. Just as a casual fan, I like LeBron, but I got to be honest, they're not championship caliber material. If they get to the conference finals and sneak past the Rockets, I am, oh my goodness, pretty sure the Clippers are just going to spank them. But yeah, that's that series. Oh my goodness. Just... What? I punched you twice. Now for the Lakers. No, the Clippers and the Nuggets. Yeah, whoever's coming out of the Jazz-Nuggets series, I think is going to get clapped, unfortunately. As much as I love my Jazz, I think they would have had a better matchup against the Clippers and the Nuggets do, because Montrezl Harrell and Zubac do allow Rudy Gobert to play closer to the rim on defense and on offense, so that would help the Jazz quite a bit, whereas Jokic is just absolutely negative on the defensive end. And in game 1, I think they got blown out by like 25 or 27 points. Not to be expected. I mean, not to be not expected. Probably a terrible English lexicon there. But, yeah, Jamal Murray and Jokic, I think they had 12 points each. Just absolutely recreating their performance from... Oh, crap. From games 3 and 4 against Utah. Absolutely stinking it up. Donovan Mitchell would never allow this to happen. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. Clippers in 4. Nuggets are incredibly soft. That actually makes me think Anthony Davis should play for the Nuggets. Not because he'd improve them, just because they both share a very soft play style. It'd be a perfect match. They could just keep disappointing their fan bases forever. So yeah, that is my current assessment of the playoff series that are going on. The Heat are absolutely stunning. They have a really good chance of making the finals, actually. Because if they can... Are you kidding me, Marines? You're getting in my way? If they sweep the Bucks... I mean, the Celtics are going to be a pretty hard test for them. What the... Okay. But if they play the Raptors, I think they'll beat the Raptors pretty handedly. The Celtics are a different story. They're just playing really well overall. So... Just got to see what the Heat do, though. Jimmy Butler's playing great. Bam Adebayo's playing really good. So, yeah. We'll see how it goes. And as I finish this video up, Lakers are currently down 16 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. So, we'll see how they do for the next video tomorrow. Going into Labor Day weekend, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye. Tree Man, signing out.